young folk low down around this town.
Shut up!
Who am I?
Shut up!
Who am I?
Shut up!
I can't hear you.
Shut up! Shut up!
Shoka. Shoka.
Showed the damn enough. It is October 27th. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, and share. It is the AM Kings. We are back once again. You know what I'm saying? It is LBC, myself, J-Pad, the Juggernaut, and the Abbott doing what he do in the Billionaire Boys Club. Polo P.
Polo P.
Yes,
Don
indeed. Man, that was good. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. We in here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. On YouTube. We on YouTube, man. The AM King Show page. Make sure you go subscribe to the page. And absolutely on J-Pad the Juggernaut's page, you can catch our show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start off with a little bit of music to get the day started. You know what I'm saying? While LB Hackasack, you know what I'm saying?
Go get mine.
Hacking and jacking.
Quit the lungs this morning, you know.
Yes, it's like clearing the runway out this morning. We're gonna get started with a little bit of music though to wake your ears up. And speaking of wake, go to the Woke Show, lfxmedia.live. Make sure you guys are checking in. And P's also going to be hitting us with monetize your message. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, this is some tracks that we're gonna play and get you woke up. Let's go. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, and share, man. We're here. Let's go. Morning, Malik. What up, though? Something about Mary. Good morning. Appreciate it. Never lazy, but we always brave. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's see. Whirling dervish, this sneaky devil. Fox.
It's the juggernaut.
Different blend today, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more of the bounce, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, y'all. Good morning. like Days of Our Lives, Pete. You know what I'm saying? Falcon Crest. Dynasty and all them. You know what I mean? Who remembers that one? J.R. Ewing.
Juggernauts on the one and two, man.
Wake it up, wake it up, wake it up, wake it up. You already know the AM Kings is in the building, man. The unstoppable, the untouchable. We up in here. Sound that alarm for all y'all getting the cobwebs out your eyeballs. You know it's cold depending on where you're at. Yeah, man. Hopefully that got you guys woke up. You know
wakey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey. While these guys bakey, bakey.
Listen, never to the background sounds of the custom beat. I think to us it just becomes like a natural thing for us, and it's just
Right on, right on, right on, man.
But I gotta say every time, you gotta throw the flowers at the custom beat king, because I've seen this since we was teenagers and we in our 50s. Yeah, I mean, I've seen this since we was kids.
What a ride, Pete. What a ride, man. What a ride,
Crazy.
man. It's been
Crazy.
Oh man, what a magical musical journey. Did it come scot-free? No. But it definitely came, and those to me were lessons, P. I had to learn that when I thought I was losing, I was just learning. You know what I'm saying? And I think somebody can learn from that today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't always lose. Sometimes things get removed from you, but you don't necessarily lose. You learn. You know what I'm saying? And if you choose to look at it that way, I think things can be in a better perspective. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Going all the way back to the band instruments and all of that. Like, I don't think you even knew the direction it was going, but
I didn't.
All necessary.
I think what, P, all it was belief, man. I that's one thing I could sit there and say since the teens, since I could see a vision with this, man, I always believed that something good was going to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? And did I know it was going to stick with me this long? No, I didn't know, but I had the belief that something good was going to happen from it. And the more time went on, the more it became clear to me that this is what I do. This is just what I do, man. And I took that, I took that gift and I harnessed it. You know what I'm saying? I harnessed it and said, you know what? Claim this. and run with it, wherever it ends up, run with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that we could teach people before we get into our subjects today. Let's talk a little bit about dedication, because everybody that you see on the screen.
Dedication, Lil Wayne. Sound like Lil Wayne. You want to talk about
Cash Money. Oh, the Cash Money and No Limit. Yeah. Nah. I don't know, man. P looked like he needed to get on the treadmill after the first couple of songs.
I got
how much energy just to be singing and jogging like that the whole song, and then do a couple songs at his age. I salute that boy.
But here's the difference. LB. Here's the difference. What P has done, he left the stage, and Juvie has never left the stage. You know what I mean?
And it's quite clear.
Quite clear. You know what I'm saying? So for P to all of them dudes that was behind him, the No Limit Soldiers, they was all ready to hop on the stage, but he had to. The general had to get out there and do his thing, which he's a businessman now. He's far from the streets. He's far from all of that, far removed. So my thing is, here's the rundown. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown from what I saw. Right? Can y'all see my screen?
Absolutely. It's right up there in the broad. We're gonna blow it up here too, a little bit bigger piece, so you can go ahead and navigate.
This is the first song. This is 400 Degrees versus No Limit Soldier.
Okay.
Cash Money 1, No Limit nothing. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's Still Fly and Break You Off Something by No Limit. Now listen, the streets have been speaking. I've seen everybody about No Limit ran away, but if you understand verses is about top 10 Billboard hits. Still Fly was number 11 on the billboards. You know what I'm saying? And
the
production that Manny Fresh single-handedly put up against KLC, Beats by the Pound. Like, if it was just a beat competition, that's what I was thinking about when I said Pad Beats. If this was just a beat competition, Manny Fresh ran away with it.
Absolutely. And then, but by him coming out with the vocoder, and
that
might not know what I was talking about. That was really cool. You know what I'm saying?
That took me to Roger Troutman immediately.
Right. Because people didn't realize that was him on the original records.
Exactly.
With the vocoder, and he actually did it live, and that was really that was a dope moment to me. As a producer, that was a dope moment that he was able to actually play the vocoder live and really, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't know, like, to play the vocoder like that, or to have your voice like that, and for it to be changing notes and whatnot, you have to have it rigged. You have to have it rigged to your board. You know what I'm saying? You got to have it rigged to your board and be able to trigger it.
He was out there a couple of hours before the show.
Absolutely. Without question. Sure. Probably a day before, P.
Right.
He was doing a couple of days probably beforehand. He was there and made sure that everything was A1. He probably was the main orchestrator of everything, because Manny is the most advanced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely. And he's been touring as a DJ nonstop.
Right. Now, were there some funny moments? Absolutely. There was some moments that that were going on. Me and Elle was talking about it behind the scenes, and we was cracking up yesterday about it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as for the culture, I think they did a great job. And as opposed to some of the other verses, you've seen a lot more unity in the New Orleans verses than you have in some of the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Here's song number 3. Project Bitch versus Freak Hoes. Cash Money 3-0. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that, but okay.
Yes. If this wasn't YouTube, we'll be playing the music. But don't do that, C. Don't do that.
He said don't do that.
Don't do that.
Well, it's subjective. This is all subjective.
It's subjective, but see, how old are you? How old are you, bro?
Does it? I grew up in the era. I watched all
What
of
year?
this.
What year was you born?
Why does that matter?
I'm just asking you. What year was you born?
87.
87. Okay.
Which was a
So
good year, by the way.
for the 99 in
Hey, we played
2000,
basketball when we padded
you
at
from New
Vincent.
York. You from
Yeah,
New
we was
York.
yeah,
You
we
was
was
off
playing
the
ball.
porch, but you was not even a teen yet. And
So that doesn't mean anything.
all right, we'll keep going. Cash Money, get your roll on. No Limit, how you do that? I gave No Limit 1 there. How you do that?
How
Okay.
you do that there?
I gave them 1 for that.
Okay.
Now, Cash Money is an army, No Limit. I can't even remember the name of the song they did, but Cash Money 4. Cash Money is an army. That's BG song.
Okay. B Jizzle.
So Cash
Wham.
Slow Motion versus No Limit. And I think that's a song with that's not the name of the song, but that's the song that Silk did. Silk the Shocker. So
Oh,
Slow
Silk the
Motion,
Shocker. Well, I mean, yeah.
yeah. Slow Motion, that's the song with Soldier Slim in it and Juvie. So Cash Money 5, No Limit 1. And I'm how can you protest this? And I think what people are doing is taking how they felt when they was listening to it in the hood, in the streets, like it was a street banger. But we're talking about hits. I saw a lot of street dudes talking about, he was talking about his jewelry and da-da-da-da-da. Bling bling versus It Ain't My Fault. Come on, bling bling is an international term now. White folks is using the word bling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are.
And
I feel you.
I'm listening. See what you say.
I feel you on that, but I didn't judge it on that. I judged it on how they were in that moment with the performance. I personally like Cash Money more, but I felt like No Limit won. I was going for No Limit from the beginning.
I'm just going song by song, and
Yeah.
whoever won. Me as you said. I'm not making this about your age, bro, but I'm just saying, age really, experience is a great teacher. You can only get so much experience with so much age. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah.
me, Pat,
It's nobody's fault. In other words, it's nobody's fault that we came to this earth when we came to this earth.
Right. I'll take you back to 1996. We was downtown performing in clubs. Me and Pat in 96. We had talent shows. So
I was performing in 96 too.
Huh?
Oh, yeah?
I was performing in 96 too.
Oh, okay.
I come from a musical family.
But I'm saying we were putting on the shows. We were bringing the talent in. We were,
we were
reviewing
organization
who was talented enough to get on the stage. It was our show in 96. That's what I'm trying to say.
We had our own shows too. That's what I'm saying too.
Okay.
But I'm headed to
he was early on the curve.
Hold on, let me get some popcorn and shit. I didn't know I needed it this early. Hold on.
Hey,
I ain't got no popcorn, man. Get out of here,
man. Because I've been on the internet. I've been hearing dudes talk, and I watch y'all show, Blunt Conversations, and I felt like everybody felt like, No Limit ran away with it. But actually, I'm gonna get to it. We almost at the end. So Cash Money, bling bling, No Limit, It Ain't My Fault. Cash Money 6 on that. Bling bling versus It Ain't My Fault. It's bling bling all day. I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Are y'all still disputing?
I don't know. I mean, I personally
Bling Bling itself is a bigger hit, yes. But on the stage, how they performed it, I think No Limit did better.
Okay. Wody versus the Ice Cream Man. I gave No Limit 2. I gave the Ice Cream Man over Wody.
Oh, for sure.
So now at this point, it's 2-6, something like that. Cash Money #1 Stunner versus Bout It.
Oh yeah,
I
there was
gave
no
that.
question about that one. Yeah,
I gave that to No Limit.
yeah, there was no
So
question
now
about
it's
that one.
three.
That was a big hit for Master P. It was the
Oh
biggest
yeah,
hit. Yep,
super,
biggest hit.
super. Cash Money, Get Your Roll On against Make 'Em Say, I gave No
Oh
Limit.
yeah,
I gave
yep.
No Limit.
Oh yeah.
I gave them 4.
Yep.
Cash Money, Hot Girl versus Chopper Style. I gave that to Cash Money.
Okay.
So in New Orleans, if you're from New Orleans, Chopper Style is probably one of the biggest hits out of New Orleans.
No question.
Chopper Style.
I think that was one of their biggest hits across the board, to be honest with you, P, because even people in other areas, you know what I'm saying? I remember I told y'all how LB used to blast my ears into oblivion. Y'all almost didn't have J-Pad the Juggernaut sitting in the back seat.
Oh yeah.
LB car and shit.
It ain't my fault.
Yeah, it is. It's about to be your fault, man. Hey, you know when you riding in the back seat, y'all, I gotta take my ears out and go like this. You gotta go like this through the whole ride. Just for the pressure don't bust your eardrums.
A little musical melody for your ears. That's all.
So when they did a Millie, I was like, it was already over when they did a Millie because they already announced it. You know, hey, we ain't got no more time. So then Cash Money threw a Millie out there, and then they threw down for my niggas, right?
Right.
So I gave that one a tie, honestly. You know what I mean? But I got
those are both commercially successful hits. Yes. Correct.
Yeah. So I gave it No Limit 5, Cash Money 6, and 1 tie. So I got them with the win, just edging them out. But for to say that No Limit ran away with it, that wasn't what happened at all.
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I did catch it post show. You know what I'm saying? I caught it post show, and you know, and we kind of like, you know, we kind of like said, hey, you know what? I was more so to me, the reason why I was laughing was because there was some other things that was going on stage.
Yeah, it was.
But I will say this. Shout out to Mia X.
I love Mama Mia, the queen of the South.
Mia X actually was a consummate professional on the stage. Even though people probably haven't seen her on stage in a long time.
She battled cancer.
Yes, she did. She even battled cancer. And
that was a wig she had on.
You wouldn't be able to tell though that she was stage deficient. You know what I'm saying? Because she got up there and ran her songs clean. She ran them strong. But as far as going to C's point about the professionalism, Juvenile to me and Mia X were the most professional people on stage. Yeah, hands down. Yeah, Juvenile, and that's because Juvenile never stopped. He's been going. He reinvented himself. You know what I thought was dope, guys, just to get a sidebar on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take too much time on it because we do got a few topics that we want to talk about today. But I will say this, Juvenile, when he brought back one of those records from back in the day and re-released it as a single, lets you know how powerful of a catalog Juvenile has. You know what I'm saying? How he was able to take that record, repackage it, and put it back out. That was a teachable moment to me for a lot of people. What up, John? Good morning, man. You already know what it is. You know what it is, man. The AM Kings, we are here. And yeah, man, I just wanted to put that little note out. But great, it was great for the culture. I thought it was great for the culture. New Orleans appreciated it. You can see that the people in the crowd were very much so entertained. They heard all their classics from both camps. And the nice thing that I liked was they were showing a lot of unity on that stage. You know what I'm saying? There was no beefing. I mean, although Birdman started getting, Birdman got besides himself a little bit, in my opinion. Birdman, you know what I'm saying? He's like a loose cannon still. And for him to be that age, bro, stop it, man.
You talking about when he's talking shit about Turk?
Yeah, man. When he was talking about Turk, and he was talking about.
According to New Orleans lingo, he wasn't talking shit. He was actually bigging him up. According to New Orleans lingo.
Okay.
From what I heard.
Yeah,
Calling him
man.
a bitch.
Yeah, that's how they talk to each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
I mean that's all fine and dandy, but he was even trying to get a little banner going back and forth with Master P, jousting a little bit. Oh yeah, I was the originator of bling and blah 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 blah.
Nah, but I
And
will
so
say this: at the end of the show, where was P?
well,
As a performer, an athlete, I know when I dominated somebody, I want to look them in the face. Like,
well, yeah, but I think, like they said, they were keeping it very peaceful, and that's one thing I did like about it. I think I just wanted to put that point out there.
nah, it's
They were
still a
keeping it
lot of
very.
tension, bro. And I don't
Yeah.
want to dwell on negativity. Just seeing it from down this way. P
Mhm.
had a farewell concert in New Orleans, and him and Mia X was even going back and forth because he never reached out to her.
Uh-huh.
He just put it on a flyer and on out discussing contracts with her. So she was like, "Go on, but he gonna have to come see me." You know what I mean? And that's traditionally P work.
Yeah,
But I
I
guess
could
they,
dig
of
it.
course, they earned it out.
Yeah. I mean, because they just kept spreading the news that it was for the culture. It's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? That was the driving point for me, and that's what I liked to see about it.
Oh yeah,
That was really, really cool. Well, fellas, that was a nice, rousing talk about the Cash Money thing, and I'm glad we got a chance to, get our
yeah.
side views in. You know what I'm saying? Real nice. Like, subscribe, and share. Good morning, everybody, once again. And we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to lead it off with the Abbott's a suggestion for a topic today. Meet the alleged mobsters charged in the rigged poker game scheme. Thankfully, because this was a big question that we had, like, why
Mhm,
would you put the
mhm.
NBA players on display? And we don't know who these mobsters are that are involved in this big rigged poker game scheme. U.S. government alleges that a dozen men with ties to infamous mafia clans oversaw a brazen poker cheating scheme spanning 6 years. Wow. Look at that, man. Spanning 6 years, man. That's whew. And everybody that really knows how the feds work, they will wait. They will wait. They will not just automatically just bring you up on charges. They will build and compile data, and that's what enforces the charges that they end up putting on people. The members of New York City's notorious five families are known by many names: Wise Guys, Goodfellas, Beat Boys, Good Morning, friends of ours. Okay, so Wise Guys, Goodfellas, and friends of ours are known by these names, these five families. At least a dozen men with alleged ties to the mafia can now add a new moniker to the mix: defendants, in a
Mm,
federal
mm.
investigation dubbed Operation Royal Flush. The sprawling illegal gambling case announced by federal officials this week names 34 defendants in total, among them a dozen men the government says are members of associates of New York's notorious Genovese, Gambino, Bonanno, and Luchese crime families. They are accused of orchestrating a high-tech poker rigging scheme that duped unsuspecting gamblers and raked in millions of dollars over 6 years. 6 years, y'all. That was going on for a minute. This alleged scheme wreaked havoc across the nation, exploiting the notoriety of some of the wallets of others to finance the Italian crime families, said Christopher Rea, assistant director in charge of the FBI's New York field office. Here's what we know about the alleged mafia leaders, members, and associates at the center of the explosive case. As we scroll, this is Ernest Aiello. Ernest Aiello, the U.S. government's 22-page indictment identifies Aiello as a member of the Bonanno crime family. Prosecutors allege that organizers of a rigged game on Lexington Avenue, which I've been on, in Manhattan, were required to make payments to Aiello and his Bonanno associates. Okay. Aiello 46 has 3 prior felony convictions, according to a government detention memorandum. Let's go to the next person. Louis Apicella, aka Lou App. Lou App. Okay. The indictment identifies Apicella as an associate of the Gambino family and a member of a cheating team that organized and participated in poker games, according to prosecutors. Okay. We got Amar Awade, aka Flapper Poker, and Flappy. The indictment identifies Awade, 34, as an associate of the Gambino crime family. Prosecutors say he organized and participated in a rigged game at Washington Place, of all places, in Manhattan and other locations, including the Hamptons, and was required to make payments to the mobsters backing the scheme. Matthew Dadino, aka Matty, and the wrestler. The indictment identifies Dadino, 43, as a member of the Genovese family. Prosecutors say he helped manage the Washington Place poker game in Manhattan and received proceeds from the rigged games. Lee Fama. The indictment identifies Fama, 57, as a member of the Gambino family. He received a portion of the money from the games, according to prosecutors. We also got John Gallo. Gallo, 53, the indictment identifies Gallo as an associate of the Gambino family. He was an organizer of the Washington Place game and a member of a cheating team, quote unquote, that rigged the matches, according to prosecutors. He also received proceeds from the game, the indictment says. Thomas Gallardo, aka Juice. The indictment identified Gallardo, 42, as an associate of the Bonanno family, who later became affiliated with the Genovese family. Prosecutors say he received proceeds from the illegal games. Okay, let's scroll down here. Joseph Lani, 54. He's a member of the alleged and an alleged captain of the Gambino family. He also received proceeds from the illegal games as well. We're not going to get into the guy's rap sheet. That would take way too long. Nicholas Minucci, the indictment identifies Minucci, 39, as an associate of the Gambino family and a member of the cheating team, according to prosecutors. Prosecutors allege he took part in a September 2023 gunpoint robbery revolving around the rigged shuffling machine. Anthony Ruggiero. I got to get these Italian pronunciations together. Anthony Ruggiero Jr. He's a member of the Gambino family who received proceeds from the underground games. Prosecutors describe him as having a long history of committing serious crimes, including witness tampering. Seth Trussman. He's an associate of the Lucchese family, the only alleged member of that clan named in the case. Trussman organized illegal games on Lexington Avenue once again and other locations, making payments to Aiello and Gallardo, the indictment says. He is also accused of extorting an unnamed person to collect gambling debts in 2023. Okay. Trussman, that was Trussman. Julie Ziliani, aka Jay. The indictment identified Ziliani as a member of the Bonanno family who received a share of the game's proceeds. Prosecutors allege he and co-defendant Gallardo extorted an individual to collect gambling debts between November of 22 and February of 23. You know what I'm saying? And that is the rundown on that. But the great thing about this is they actually had the nerve to identify exactly who it was, because we had questions and we were wondering why would they put the NBA players out there and not put the people involved in organized crime out there. Well, now they have. Let's talk about it, P. You found this, and let's get a discussion going.
Man, one of the things about this, familiar with SAS, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, SAS.
Yes. He said something about Trump and Trump trying to get revenge, and he got a response from the director. He says, "I'm the FBI director. I choose who we indict and whatever, but the criminals choose to do the crimes. So that's how you get where you are." So he said, "This is the most ridiculous sports commentation that I've ever heard in my life." Which same here. But if we go back to Fareed and think about what's going on right now, this right now is the best time as a sports fan. In October, you got the World Series, you got mid-season to the NFL, got the beginning season to the NBA. So this is like one of the best times to be alive. We just coming off the WNBA finals, all of this stuff. Um, this is the best time to be a sports fan right now, but right now it's the worst time to be an NBA
Affiliate.
commissioner,
Yeah.
all of that. And I'll say this because the referee he got caught up with the Genovese family as well. But what the NBA did at the time, they had like 10 other people they wanted to indict, but they made Donahue the fall guy and said he was one bad apple in a league that's pretty pristine, which is not the situation here.
Nope.
We have several involved players, coaches, and
There's more
it's a
coming.
real black, and we got Agent Zero.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I call him Coke Zero.
Yeah, even MJ and Charles Barkley back in the day,
Yeah,
they had their bouts with
yeah,
the gambling as well.
yeah.
John, I don't think anybody is surprised that the mafia is involved. I think we were just
Mhm.
saying because last week when they first broke the news, they said that the mafia was involved, but they didn't say who. Now we know who, and that was the discrepancy right there. How are you going to put the guys that play in the NBA on blast without putting these organized criminals on blast? And
Mhm.
so they've rectified that.
Yeah.
They've rectified it and they put it
Let
out
me
there.
let me give on how some of this happens. And we mentioned Charles and Mike and all those guys. Um, how deep it was with Mike, but him stepping away from the game had to do with his gambling debts.
Oh man, you can only but imagine it did. He had to get some soul searching going in
they,
and a lot of
they,
things because his father and we're not trying to bring up all the
oh
negative
yeah, they needed him
aspects of
out the
that
way.
story, but
They needed
yeah,
Mike out the
yeah,
way, and he
yeah.
owed a lot of money. So this is the hot give, y'all. These players that's involved in the hole with their gambling debts, and everybody knows Vegas still to this day.
Should know. Should know.
Everybody knows. So if you're in the hole for millions of dollars, what's the best way for you to dig out the hole to actually rig some of these games for the mob?
Mm,
They back you in a corner and they tell you you want to erase this debt. All right, here. And I've seen some clips of on 4 air balls in one game. Seen him passing
hmm.
right to the opponents. I've seen it. They showed it, but it's crazy work when you get that deep, and then how the mob gets in. If you listen to what Pat was about the investigation, they was streaming machines. They was doing a lot of stuff that was actually, when it comes to RICO situations, we talk about that. And I got a page on Facebook, called the RICO. You know what I mean? And I should really to these cases, but people, it's too much work, and people don't pay enough attention to what your journalistic point of view and everything. But I'll just say this, just to end it. It's a black eye on the NBA, and it's it's probably never going to be the same after this. But this gambling goes back to the 20s with the Major League Baseball. Like it's something that you can
Pete
never.
Rose. I mean, we can start going down the road with it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
people.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm
they banned
watching.
him for life. I mean, he was banned for life. This is one of the greatest Major League Baseball players of all time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, everybody need to know better than to do some stupid shit, John. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to address what you had to say here in a minute, but I'm going to let these guys talk real quick.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead. See, run it.
This feels like the WWE. Dronin, leave it. Jeez. All right. This feels like the WWF right about now. Like it's just a whole storyline, and they just actors playing out their role and making the NBA more interesting. They probably allowed this to happen because, I mean, NBA is still making money, just not like they used to. Who knows? It's just a thought out there. One, two. Either someone snitched or they had an informant in there with them doing the shit with them. So that's how they know. Why in the world would Chauncey Billups be caught up in this when you got all these millions from when you was playing? Like, why do this? But on top of that, you got dark skin, and all they gonna say, look at that nigga there. Another nigga got caught. That's all they gonna say.
There's the point right there. There's the point. There's the reason why we put this article up, is because we're not just gonna which is a very easy thing to do, is label people of color scapegoats in these situations without making sure that accountability is exposed across the board. To answer your question, John, because actually C just answered your question. You know what I'm saying? Why is that important? That's the reason why that's important. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to start getting into the meat and the bones of what's really going on with gambling. With gambling itself, you know what I'm saying? The mob has been involved, just like Pete said, since the 20s. And people keep sweeping that factor of it under the rug because we already said on the show, illegal business controls America. Illegal business controls all of this shit. But it's time to start holding illegal business accountable, whether we know them or not. Now, if you read that article, which I didn't have time to read through everybody's rap sheet on there, you said nobody knows who they are individually. If you read the article, you would have a better understanding of who they were indicting and what kind of criminal history they actually have. You know what I'm saying? Because it does run it down. I just didn't have time to read it because we don't have time to sit there and read everybody's rap sheet. It's 12 people. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why. Because if you're going to denounce the players and the people of color in the NBA, regardless of whether it's stupid or not, yes, gambling is stupid. Gambling is an addiction, just like a drug. You know what I'm saying? But gambling didn't start with organized organization. It started with organized crime. Organized crime is
matter of fact. Let me say this.
Actually, in terms of
it's a Jay-Z.
Well, I'm thinking about the lottery.
Right. Too much flossing, too much Sam Rothstein. That line, Sam Rothstein, he rigged the 1919 World Series. Mobster. You know what I'm saying? 1919 World, he rigged it. World Series. Crazy work.
Regardless if it's rocket science or not, John, we always get named first, and yes, we know that. But what we were calling for is some accountability on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
that's all. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
We just roving reporters following our stories.
That's all it is. LB.
And to Chauncey Billups and them, why would y'all cheat when y'all been cheating your whole lives getting up to the NBA?
That's a great question.
They was in trouble financially. They was in debt. They bets. You owe us one,
I
bro.
play one game on the bench in the NBA, I'm set for life, and I'm quitting the next day. That's my word.
If I don't have an addiction. Now, this is the thing that we also should dive into, is addiction, because gambling is an addiction, and this is something that we got to keep clear when we're talking about this. Gambling is an addiction. This is something you get addicted to. You get addicted to Vegas. That's why they always have the disclaimer for DraftKings, for FanDuel, for anything dealing with MGM, you name it. They got a disclaimer at the bottom that says, you got a gambling problem? Call this hotline right here. They have to put that disclaimer out there because they know that it's an addiction. And they, while they put it out there, now mind you, it's funny what you consider legal in this country, and it's funny what you consider illegal in this country. You set the platform up for people to gamble, yet and still you have to understand that corrupt things are happening, especially in all sports. We're not even going to try to just sit there and just point the finger at the NBA, because I guarantee you the investigations that they're making are for all major sports. All major sports. We didn't see people go down in every single sport. You know what I'm saying? We had Tom Brady in them with the deflate gate. You know what I'm saying? We had, now you can't tell me that something illegal wasn't going on. You know what I'm saying? They caught people doing illegal shit in almost every single major sport, whether it's doping, whether it's deflating balls, whether it's referees making bad calls. Because if we really want to keep it a buck and a bean, the NFL is the king of that shit. Every single week I'm watching let me go ahead and say it like this, attempt to watch the NFL. As soon as I'm on, no more than 5 minutes later, man, the referees is either not throwing a flag, or they throwing a flag for something that shouldn't even be, or they're calling a call that don't make no freaking sense. Like we just showed about a week ago with Travis Kelce clearly dropping a ball that they said that he caught. Let's keep it a buck and a bean. LB.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Bingo. That part of the game, man. Let's get at least one more topic in before we run some funnies, fellas. Good talk on that one, though. And it's something that needed to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's not the popular route. It's the necessary route. I think that's the reason why that's important. You know what I'm saying? And we're never going to talk about things that are unimportant on this show. Never. Never will we do that. I'll make a promise to every single last one of y'all that are watching us on a week-to-week basis that we will never bring a topic up that isn't talk-worthy. That isn't something that we should be putting in some type of perspective and put a spin on it that is not just a popular spin, a necessary one. A necessary one. We're never going to talk about nothing that's unnecessary on the AM King Show, and that's my motherfucking word. And that's the end of that. Let's go ahead and keep on going here. It says buy low and sell, how to avoid the tax system forever. See, you brought this one up. Let's have a listen and see what these brothers had to say.
And sell high is terrible investing strategy. What you need to do is buy low, borrow high, and sell never. So what wealthy people like myself do is we buy assets at a low cost. Then we wait for those assets to appreciate. Once those assets appreciate, we borrow against the value of those assets because loans are not taxable. And then we use that money that we borrow to buy other assets. Then we use the cash flow from those other assets to pay off the loan that we just borrowed. And here's the thing, we never sell our investment. Instead, we buy life insurance equaling up to the debt owed on our investment, so that when we die, the tax-free life insurance proceeds can pay off all the loans, and our kids can receive our assets tax-free and debt-free. This is what the wealthy people do, and this is what you need to do for you and your family. Bye.
Okay. Mental food for those who need to know. See, why was that important?
That was important because you have to learn how to capitalize on your enemy's greed. Use everything that they use against you, against them. Your greatest weakness is your greatest strength. Your greatest strength is your greatest weakness. So that being said, so you don't necessarily get credit cards and stuff like that to just use them. You know, you don't use the whole thing, then you pay off the whole thing, then you do that thing all over again. Then about a year later, you get enough credit score bill to get $1,000 credit card when it could have been done faster. When you could just pay off a little by little, use a little, pay off a little, and your credit score goes up faster. And what you do is you take with that credit score, you go to another credit card where you're going to get more with a lesser interest. And you're going to be doing what he just said, basically. That's on the credit card aspect, and you take that same aspect of stock market and you apply it to every single thing else, and you find yourself not really spending money at all. Everything is being done through credit.
It's the loophole in the system that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, and everything is paying for itself.
Absolutely, because I can safely say that I was educated when I watched it. LB.
Yeah, I'm the same way because a lot of people, when they're born, they got a method of how they spend their money or how they're supposed to pay bills and have the leftover and do whatever they're going to do with it. But they never understood the financial understanding of what they just showed you in that video. And a lot of times, if you don't run into people that talk about it, you ain't gonna learn about that kind of method because you still stuck in your way, thinking that's the only way you can stack some money.
Well said, LB. Abbott.
The dumbest thing I've ever seen is the stack of money on. Dumbest thing I've ever seen. And for years we've seen this.
Yeah.
Y'all remember who started this?
Not exactly, no.
Money Mayweather.
Oh,
he was the guy.
Money Mayweather was the
because he's notoriously known for carrying around insane amounts of cash.
Him and 50 was talking to each other through the money. So that's the dumbest stuff of all time. Like getting credit cards and being traceable. When you spend cash, you get receipts, but there is no digital
marker.
What'd you say?
Digital marker.
Yeah, there's
no digital imprint is the more technical term.
Yeah, there's nothing to show for creditors to say, well, have you bought a car before? Yeah, I paid cash. We don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? You can bring us a receipt. But if you're making timely payments, and that's another thing we do in the neighborhood. Oh, I paid cash for my car. Even if you can pay cash for your car, go ahead and make payments so you can build a credit history. You know what I'm saying? And us building credit histories, keeping it below. They used to say keep it below 30%. Now they're saying keeping it between 3 and 10%. Meaning, if I want to go out and buy a TV that costs $1,000, I'm going to put it on my credit card and I'm going to pay that $1,000 off before 23 days transpires. I'm not going to let it get to an interest where I'm paying interest on my credit card. I'm going to use the credit card like cash. And guess what else? When I get kids, when they turn 16, I'm going to put them on my credit cards. So when they turn 18, guess where their credit is going to be at? Right where my credit is.
Up,
way up.
All the way up.
Because I'm using it properly. You know what I'm saying? And when your kids are born, there's 3 types of life insurance. You can get term life insurance, whole life insurance, and cash value insurance. And I got a 7-month-old grandson named Cash. His name is Cash. So, you know, he's going to be rich. But, when your child is born, shout out to Cash, shout out to Monet, all my kids.
There's a 4th one, but it's like not exactly life insurance. What they do is they take the money that you had and they put it into a trust fund. And so then when you do expire, they'll take it out the trust fund.
That's similar. That's real similar to the cash value, in which you're getting compound interest by the day on your cash value. So if you're born in January 1st, 2026, and 20 years later, 2046, when you really don't even have to go to college, to be honest. You can cash out on your life insurance and start your own business. So a lot of this white privilege information we're not given. And like Pat said earlier, that's what we're here for. We're here to let you know certain things financially, politically, ethically. That's why we here. You know, we don't share the stories that everybody else is sharing. I mean, we might have some common, denominators, but hands down, it's the kings over everybody.
That
Period.
part of the game. That part of the game. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for that. John said that's why the wealthy are wealthy. They never spend their own money. They leverage credit. Correct. True wealthy people don't even wear designer. That's a very well known, for those who are, kind of woke in the brain, they understand that factor completely, because you catch on after a while. You see very wealthy people walking around, and they're not flashy at all. That's one principle that you learn when you gain a significant amount of wealth. You do not draw attention to yourself. You draw attention away from yourself. Why? You wonder why they live in private communities. They live in, there is privacy all around the wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Privacy is something that your money can buy you. You know what I'm saying? When celebrities have issues, whatever's exposed is something that they could not contain. But more than likely, when things happen, as you can see, please respect our privacy at this time when there's a divorce. Please respect our privacy at this time when there's a death in the family. Please respect our privacy, and you are trained to respect that. You're trained to respect that. Absolutely. That's just how that goes. But the more that we can uncover how the wealthy move, we can move the same way, because knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Okay, as usual, John has not so popular view. I don't believe in generational wealth. Depends on the kid and their wherewithal. I don't want to break my back earning my whole life. I just to have it squandered. Okay, that's that. You have every right in the world to approach things as you see fit, as others do. You know what I'm saying? So we will respect you for your decision. You know what I'm saying? And most definitely continue. We're not here to guide nobody's life or tell people exactly how to live. We're just giving you perspective.
You can't take it with you.
No, you can't. You cannot take it with you. But we're going to allow people to still have their own freedom of choice to do whatever it is they want to do on this earth. However, we're going to bring content that's going to make you think, because the average person may not think like one individual thinks. One individual might think one certain way, another individual might think a whole nother way. So our job is to bring awareness to these subjects that fly under the radar all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? They fly under the radar because the average person that's got a podcast right now is talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, we know that's exactly what you're saying. You'll spend it all yourself. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And we'll respect you for what it is that you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? But we're here to bring awareness for people who do not have the tools up here, or never were introduced to those tools. Because one of the things for us to get better as a community is we got to start arming ourselves up with tools to help us navigate through life as a collective, as a community. You know what I'm saying? We believe in that on the AM King show. And that's the only reason why we bring our perspective, because everybody you see on camera right now has some type of knowledge and wisdom that they can spread around to other people. And it doesn't have anything to do with Walmart, has nothing to do with Trump and what he's doing. Even though we talk about Trump here and there, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that. Primarily, we're here to teach finances. We're here to teach health. We're here to teach proper mindset and high vibration. Those are the things that we're really all about, and that I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I got shit to do today, and we're going to go ahead and get our funnies in for today.
Could we drop some lyrics on them real quick? We always
drop
keep
some lyrics. Hip-hop.
All right. So it's a song, KRS-One. It's called "I'm Number One."
Still number one.
My album was raw because no one would ever think like I think and do what I do. I stole the show, then I leave without a clue. What do you think makes up a KRS? concisive teaching, or very clear speaking. Ridiculous bass, aggravated treble, rebel, renegade, I
must stay paid.
Not by financial aid, but a rate of hits, causing me to take long trips. I'm the only teacher of this type of style, rocking off beat with a smile or a smirk or a chuckle. Yes, some are not up to it. You know what I'm saying? I would stop there, man. I love KRS. I love KRS.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, like, subscribe, and share, man. We're here every morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that is. Not every morning. Blunt Conversations, thanks for joining us, man. Hey, it's a great Monday. Everybody's in. Thank you all for all of your commentary. You know what I'm saying? Agreeable or not, we appreciate everybody tapping into the show. We'll be back on Wednesday with some more great content and more conversation to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And more mindset building. Most importantly, for those who are not in the know, we try to make you in the know, and we're going to continue to do such on a weekly basis. All right, we're getting into our funnies, man. And of course, LB takes the cake on these ones. You know what I'm saying? He takes the cake on these. I'm taking online classes. Let's see what the hell he's talking about. Sugar daddy training.
Now, fellas, they done lost their food stamp, so you got to come in gentle. Don't rush it. Sympathize first.
So I ask her if she need help with her groceries first?
Exactly. You don't flash the cash right away. Now, fellas, they done lost their food stamp, so you got to come in gentle.
Sugar daddy training. One-on-one. You're aspiring to be a sugar daddy. If you're aspiring to be a
random female like, hey, you need help with groceries? Got you.
Oh man.
If you're trying to be a sugar daddy, I don't think it's going to be an easier time than now. if you got some cushion, you may be able to get to pushing. You already know what it is, man. So yeah, take notes from the guys. Take notes from the guys. We got one more for you. And once again, LB or one of you guys brought this one up. You learn something new every day. And see what they're talking about. I was today years old when I found this out.
Bury a dead body, simply bury it 9 feet deep. Then place a dead animal 4 feet above it. This way, if a police dog smells something unusual, they will only find the dead animal. If you want to get rid of a crime weapon, the best way to do it is to melt it down into a block of steel, then throw it in the ocean. This way, it will sink to the bottom, and if someone finds it, they will never know what it originally was. If you want to trespass onto someone's property, bring a dog leash with you. If someone asks why you're there, just tell them your dog ran off and you're trying to find it.
If your grandmother is racist, create a photo montage of your brother or sister in a situation that will upset her. She will remove them from her will, so you will inherit a larger share. If you want to bury
we at the AM King Show do not encourage anybody to take any of that information down. Because we're not trying to breed criminals, but I thought it was hilarious the way they went about doing that. That content was real funny, man. Thank you guys for the humor for the day. And yeah, we hope you guys have a great day today. Like, subscribe, and share once again. We're here on YouTube strictly. You know what I'm saying? The AM King Show. Make sure you guys go to the channel and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the white bell. Make sure you get all the notifications so when we're online, you're online with us. And we thank you guys for tapping in today, man, for the Abbott, C, and LBSJ pad. We'll see y'all on